The book of Sirach, chapter 42, verse 10.
Bring it out.
In her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in a father's house.
If you was in your virginity, first of all, you was a virgin, meaning you was a virgin, but you was in your father's house, then you got with this guy and he got you pregnant. Guess what? That was a shame for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. Now you got to learn from that mistake. Read. That's it.
And having an husband, lest she should misbehave herself. And when she is married,
Like the topic.
verse 10, in her virginity, lest she should be defiled and gotten with child in her father's house.
So it's a shame for you to have a child in your father's house at a young age. Guess what? You was a young girl, you didn't know better. But here's what you should have known. Give me Titus chapter 2, verse 2. You should have been taught as a young girl how to maneuver as a woman, as coming into womanhood. This is the problem. This is all right. All right, so you, all right, well, check this out.
Verse 4, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands.
So it says to teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands. So guess what? When you come into this truth and you start keeping the commandments, it's going to teach you how to prepare for a husband. It's going to teach you how to love a husband. You understand? That's what you need to be taught. Guess what? You said your mom wasn't there. That was an unfortunate incident. But guess what? You know who would be your family now? It's the people that's keeping the commandments. Once you start keeping the commandments, this will be your mother, father, sister, and brother. You understand that? So this will be your family. But these are things you got to learn to better your life. Even you dealing with a young man saying, well, I don't want to marry him. But check this out. This is what you need to get taught to help your life, to change your life. Like the brother said, you remind me of my daughter. I look at you, I see my daughters. You understand? He look at you, he sees his daughter. Read.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children.
So guess what? Not only they're going to teach you how to prepare for a husband, it's going to teach you how to love the son you got. It's going to teach you how to love him. Why? Loving your son is teaching him God's commandments. Right. So you learn God's commandments and you start applying them. And then guess what? You teach him to your son, then he's going to apply them. So that's how you're loving your son. Loving him is not getting him Jordans and everything you want, getting him the best things that you see everybody, the high fashion clothes. No, loving him is showing him that he's an Israelite, that he must keep the commandments. You understand, sis? Read.
To be discreet, chaste, keepers at home.
So it's going to show you how to be a woman. All this is what a woman knows how to do. Right. A woman know how to keep her home. She know how to be discreet. She's not always in a man's face. Right. You understand? So guess what, sister? If you don't want to marry that brother, let him go. Right. Let him go. You understand? You see, like, yeah, but he provide for me financially. Guess what? Guess what? If Christ come back and you still with that brother, you know what's going to happen? You know what's going to happen? You're going to be getting, let me show you what you're going to be getting. You got something else on that?
It was a little bit more.
Read that. I'm going to show you.
Keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands.
So now you're going to learn how to be good, a keeper of home. You're going to know how to make a home. You're going to know how to make that man feel comfortable in his own house. Right. You're going to know how to build your house and have your children in order in your house, sis. That's what you got to get to. Because guess what? Nobody not teaching you this. They don't teach you this in the Christian church. In the Christian church, they teach you that the woman is over everything, right? Whatever the woman say, right? That's what we go along with, right? Happy wife, happy life. But let me show you the order of marriage. Let me show you the order, because guess what? They not giving you the proper order. So therefore, when you got pregnant, nobody came and showed you nothing in the scriptures. Everybody talked about you. No, and here we're going to deal with you according to the scriptures. Read.
1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3.
Bring it up.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So it said the head of every man is Christ. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
So the head of the woman is the man. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
And the head of Christ is God. So what just happened? What God just gave you? He gave you the family structure. The head of man, the head of Christ is God. Christ is the head of man, man is the head of woman, then is the children. Right. See, so you have to learn these laws, sis. You have to learn how to love your husband. You have to learn how to be a woman. You understand? Because guess what? We get examples from Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. You listen to that? Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion. Let me show you. Give me 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 3 to 33. I think that's what I want.
Yes, sir.
34. So let me show you something about that. Because guess what? We listen to a lot of different things, but we're not listening to the Bible. And those things don't help us. Read that.
1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33.
Bring it out.
Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
So don't be deceived. Evil communication, so those evil people that you're listening to, that's communicating to you, it'll corrupt good manners. It'll corrupt the good intentions that you want to do. Well, I want to do right. I want to serve the Bible, but I'm listening to Megan Thee Stallion. I'm listening to my friend, and they saying, let's go party, let's YOLO. You know what I'm saying? Let's do this, let's do that. Guess what? That's going to stop you from doing it. Why? Because you're hanging around those people. You understand? So sis, what I'm trying to show you is, it's time for you to make a choice. Because guess what? If Christ come back and you still dealing with that young man, give me that Zephaniah 1 and 8. This was going to happen. No, give me that. Matter of fact, when he was reading in Isaiah 65, give me that. Yeah, give me that. So this is what's going to happen. That's perfect. That's perfect. Read.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night.
So the day of the Lord, sis, is going to come as a thief in the night. Guess what? You're going to be probably going to a club, chilling with your baby daddy, y'all in the house. Y'all might be arguing, fussing, whatever. Read. This is how the day of the Lord going to come. It's going to be a normal day. Nobody not going to be paying attention. Read.
Bring it out.
In the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
So it says the heavens going to pass away with a great noise. That means everything you see right here. What you think that great noise is? That's a missile, sis.
Right.
That is a missile. That is a nuclear weapon.
Right.
Read.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
So everything you see before you gonna melt with fervent heat. Read. But this is the day of the Lord, when everybody gonna be doing everything they've been always doing. Read.
The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
So everything gonna be burnt up. Read.
Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are ye to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
So it says, seeing that these things gonna be burnt up, that nuclear missiles gonna hit America and it's gonna be destroyed. Being that we hearing these things,
right.
How a conversation should be, knowing that these things gonna happen.
The book of Matthew chapter 24 verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So before that boom, before he come back as a thief in the night, guess what? The same way how it was in the day of Noah, before they got in the flood, it's going to be the same way how it's going to be in the day of Christ. Read.
For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage.
Hold up, read that for me one more time from the top, that part.
For as in the days that were before the flood.
So in the days before the flood, in the days before the boom, read.
They were eating.
So they was eating, they was partying, they was balling crawfish, having seafood bars, having Easter egg hunts, cooking Christmas turkeys and Thanksgiving turkeys. They was doing all that. Read.
And drinking.
And drinking, getting drunk, going party, going to little Boosie concerts, going to NBA Youngboy, True Bleeds, going to all them concerts, partying. Read.
Marrying and giving in marriage.
And marriage and giving in marriage, meaning when it says marriage and giving in marriage, meaning they was having fornication. They was having sex with multiple partners. You understand? Read.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Until the day Noah got into the ark, went to the ark. Guess what? Everybody was still doing the same thing. Read.
And knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
So guess what, sis? It's going to be too late by the time you realize it. I'm going to give it to the brother.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.